few days ago, our flock here, they were completely stressed.
Get out of my face!
The pullets were hiding the entire time, and one of them even got pecked hard enough on the head that they started to bleed. So, I had to make that difficult decision, and I got rid of both of the adults. Now, I didn't get rid of them because I hated them. I got rid of them because the setup, it just wasn't working for us anymore.
Gotcha, bitch!
Damn! So today, we're gonna be checking on our pullets, we're gonna be talking through everything that happened, and we're gonna be figuring out exactly how we're gonna rebuild this flock without any of the chaos. Let's go. What's going on, folks? So today, this is one of those not so fun parts of homesteading. Sometimes, the plans that you have for your animals, they just don't work out. Sometimes, you gotta make that hard call to keep the flock healthy. What's going on, ladies? How we doing today? So here they are, the new babies. Well, not new now. I mean, we've had them for a couple weeks now at this point. But as you can see, no adults around anymore. Just these two now. So as you all know by now, if you've been watching the channel for a little while, you know that we've been having a lot of issues, I guess. It's really only been a bullying issue. And it actually got really bad. At first, I thought we were doing good, but there was one day that they were all in the coop, and I heard a lot of rustling. I didn't mind it too much. I just kind of let it happen. You know, I figured maybe one of the adults is trying to lay, and the babies were, you know, they didn't want the babies in there taking up their space or something like that. You know, so I figured it was normal pecking orders. Well, when I came out later on that day, I saw that she had to have gotten pecked in the head because there was a nice big red spot on her head. We tended the wound, we took care of her, we did what we had to do to clean up her wound and keep her safe. That right there was my final straw. That right there was that enough is enough. I don't think that this is gonna get any better. So I made a decision to get rid of both of the adult hens. I didn't decide to harvest them.
Oh, come on!
What I did end up doing is I gave them to a neighbor. They got bigger space, they got a bigger flock, so I think that's gonna be more suitable for birds like that. Maybe they just needed more space, maybe they were too bored. And I kid you not, literally not even 10 minutes later, after the neighbor came and picked them up and took the adults away, not even 10 minutes later, the babies came out. I think once they realized that the adults weren't here anymore, they came out, and as you can see, they've been being chickens. So now my plan is I do want to add a couple more. I at least want to try and get another 2 hens again. I would like to at least be able to have 3 or 4. I feel like 2 just isn't worth it. If I could get 3 or 4, I feel like that's fairly worth it for the most part. And honestly, I can only have no more than 4 right now because of my landlord. I'm grateful enough that he actually lets me have chickens, but he capped me at about 4 chickens. I got rid of the adults probably a couple of days. It's only been about 3, maybe 4 days since we got rid of the adults. And again, like I said, huge difference in the way the pullets are acting. They're being chickens now. So I'll probably give them about another week or 2 of just, you know, being able to chill, claim this space. And then my plan is I'll go out and I'll ask another neighbor, look for some farms, and I'll try to find 2 more that are the same age. They'll be at the same spot and, you know, hormonal wise, all that stuff. And then they can grow up together. Like, look, you know, she's out here right now just, you know, doing chicken things, you know? And they weren't able to do this. They weren't able to do this when the adults were around. Every time they came outside and the adults were here, they just run them right back inside. They can never come outside. For me, I have, this isn't my permanent job. Like, I'm a video editor for other YouTubers. Like that, my full-time job is editing videos. Hopefully this takes off one day and this can be our full-time job. But I got a full-time job editing videos. I have a wife and 2 kids. I ain't got time, you know, right now to be constantly out here watching animals and making sure they don't hurt each other. You know, and with our little small backyard setup here that we have, I needed a calmer flock. This is the part that we're trying to show on this channel, right? We're not experts over here with the perfect homestead by any means. You know, we're just out here trying to build this thing one decision, one step at a time. learning as we go, figuring things out. And sometimes that means that something didn't work. And I want to be able to show you guys what didn't work for me. So hopefully maybe it helps you not make the same mistake or gives you a little tip and lesson on what not to do or what you could do better with your space. We got to remember that self-sufficiency, it's not just about growing food. It's learning how to manage our animals responsibly, even if that means making a difficult decision. So this time, I want to be able to build a flock around birds that can grow up together and not throw young pullets into a stressful setup with bossy old hens. All right, so that's enough for chickens for today. I don't want to, overwhelm you guys too much and just watch chickens all day. So we're going to step over here in the garden real quick. Not too much has been going on. It's still pretty slow out here. However, got a little surprise to show you all. Check it out. You see it right there? You see that? Guess what that is, folks? Guess what? That's right. That's a potato. That right there is a potato plant. And remember we were asking last week, that is not a potato plant. That is not a potato plant. That is a potato plant. So this is pretty cool. And if you're a regular viewer on this channel, you know we probably started this thing probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And last week is when I saw the potato plant start popping up. So now, like I said in the past videos, the plan is we're gonna let that grow just a little bit more, and then we'll start adding more compost around the base, leaving about 2 to 4 inches of it. There's probably about a solid 2 inches right now of the plant showing. So we'll let that grow another 2 to 4 inches, and then we'll cover it a little bit. And I'm probably gonna go about halfway. I don't think I'm gonna go the full thing. That would be a lot. That would be a lot. But we're for sure gonna go halfway. So we got a potato growing. If you've been watching, you know that we've been, this is our first shot at an actual potato tower. Never done something like this. My brother gave me the idea, and he's having a whole bunch of luck, and lo and behold, we got a potato sprouted. We got the plant growing. So I'm super excited for that. I'm gonna keep documenting it. I'm gonna keep letting you all know how it's going, stuff like that, what we do, and when it's all said and done, we're gonna open it up and you guys are gonna see it with us, what kind of harvest we get from our potatoes. So all in all, still pretty slow on a homestead right now, but we had a couple of big updates that I just wanted to share with you guys real quick this week. Mainly the one being our flock, and that the fact that we decided and went ahead and got rid of both of our hens. Because I was about to, y'all, when I'm saying I almost did. The day that I found out that she had, a nice wound on her head, I was ready. So I hope you all learned something new today. And if not, I hope at least I can inspire you to take that next step and just start growing some food. Go get that chicken. Go get that goat. Go buy that plant. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So thank you all for tuning into the channel. Thank you all for watching another video here on Mundo's Homestead Adventures. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.